one of only 3 All-Americans in Wichita State history. That one's hit over the right side, and is it out of play? Just out of our view. It is not. It's 1-1, and that one fought off. A little bit of a defensive swing. Godwin is there. Race to first. Godwin will win that battle, and the Cowgirls will sit down the Shockers down in order. We move to the bottom half here in Stillwater.
She hits like a veteran, and it just amazes me all the time.
There's one that's going to spin off the left, but good job of Bailey, the left fielder, to track that one down for the first out. She falls behind here 0-1. That one is hit right back to the first baseman. Seaton can't field it. It gets off her glove, and that should be an error on the
time to kind of reset and get your routine and get back in the box.
That one is hit fairly well, but underneath it is Solacek in right field for out number 2. And that one is hit, got underneath it, and coming over is Wong, and Wong was out for Oklahoma State in the Women's College World in Oklahoma State last year. She was on the selection committee, so she was a part of that as that was hit to to Bloodworth, excuse me. They made the change, and Bloodworth flips it over to first in time.
At the game, it was really interesting, and it was really cool to see and hear her perspective.
That one is hit by the catcher Brown into left field, and there's the first hit of the night for Wichita State, as Brown has a single.
You won the past 2 that it's going to go your way that 3rd time.
Cowgirls won that one 6-0, and there is Mila Seaton, the first baseman. She takes one off of the elbow guard, and she'll trot down to first. Pitch here, huh?
Oh, for sure. That one just missed, too. That was a really good take by Caroline Talent.
And that one she didn't take. Big swing, strikeout in the first of the day. Would dearly love to not strand a couple here and put some pressure on Oklahoma State early. And wow, Sierra Hoekstra just turned and went down, and she is in grimacing in an obvious unfair share of injuries this year.
Yeah, it looks like she kind of just got into her load. And
the umpire too, maybe she didn't like the actual call. I'm not sure. A little bit of a conversation there. Now we're back to it. Here's the 1-2. That one swung on, and there's strikeout number 2. So runners at first and second, but became very anticlimactic for the shot. That one is hit to third. Nelson makes a nice play. Underhand flip across the diamond for out number 1. Professionally in a league that you play professionally
yes, I actually got to know her pretty well last summer. We got pretty close over at Athletes Unlimited, and still just really impressive.
2-2. That one's hit back up the middle. That's going to be a good base hit for Lexi McDonald. That's a good AB for her to fight off a couple of strikes and then come back and get the single. They lost to Auburn, but that was an extra innings and 8. They ended up beating Arkansas 3-1, number 15 team in the country. And this one will come to an end as Nelson gets underneath that one. And was there nerves, or was there confidence that, okay, this will be completely different now that it's postseason? That one's going to be hit back to Davis. Davis uses that speed, makes the throw in time. That's a heck of a play by Rosie Davis.
We won Super Regionals, so we did have a little bit of that. But the other ones, no, not really.
That one is hit. Davis backhands it, throws in time, got the speed, got the arm, and the Cowgirls have got 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Back her body and make that catch, make sure to secure the out. And that is out number 2, and in the first pitch, Edwards throws it across, and that's it for the one of them. She said that's the kind of player they've come here. We've kind of giving kids an opportunity, as that one's going to be hit to Hoekstra, and that's an out. So she gets underneath it. But she said we do this. 2-0. That one is hit into left field again, and again Bailey is there to make the stop. Good read off the bat, good jump, and is able to get there in time.
Yeah, definitely maybe a little bit of strategy coming into play. You know, when you're scouting a team and you see maybe that they have a pitcher with more innings and a lot of strikeouts, maybe they anticipate that pitcher.
Absolutely. Show that he will put together and be released. We won't give all the secrets, but I don't think he had a lot of success against Lexi from my intel. As there's a strikeout, and way out in front of it right there was Solacek.
You could say that.
You didn't know who Bobby Bones was.
I feel bad, but I definitely, yeah, that's true.
That one is hit Bailey into right field there and singles, but
yeah, nobody's really just had that clutch hit yet and been able to bring any runs around.
The pitchers have done a very good job in that regard, and Myers swing. That one is hit. Tim able to get underneath it, sizes it up, and there's out number 3. We have through.
The rest of the Big 12 season goes.
Absolutely. Gets underway next week. First pitch, Godwin to Wong. Wong on her knees, makes the throw, and they want to review it. See that the foot is on the bag. Here's a great look at it here. Foot's on the bag. Ball is still outside the glove.
Turn around and make that throw to first and still get the out.
And they out to second and trying to make something happen here. That one's hit sharply into left, but again, Bailey is there. Hit right on the butt. Institutions right as the game began, as Kenny Gajewski can often do. And so Wark 0 for 2 hits it right back to the pitcher, and we'll go to 1 for the automatic. And Godwin has been incredible with runners in scoring position, batting .643. This one, though, is going to be hit to Hoekstra, and Hoekstra will make a routine play, and the inning is over here in Stillwater. It's
exactly what she's been doing so far this season, and you can see exactly why her ERA is so low. She's just moving the ball so well in and out, hitting the corners. She throws a...
The new pitching coach, first year, Carrie Eberly. Former Cowgirl, Virginia Tech transfer. And she's loving what she's seeing with back-to-back Ks here. Lexi's just getting, you're just up there. It comes down to repetition as well, as Edwards takes another soft roller, throws a little high, but Godwin's able to breach up, make the play. And Lexi Kilfoyle continues to do what she's done all night long. 3-0s, because I think I remember you throwing in some 3-0s.
No, I personally don't really do that just because I think the odds of getting walked are so much higher, and I was more of that player that tried to get on.
6 out of 7 steals in the lineup, and there's a little sacrifice, and that will move the runner over. That's exactly what you were talking about before. And again, it's not a new catcher. That is Lainey Brown. As that one is down and gets away. And so the 2-2, she gets it. It's going to be close. Center fielder is in. The throw is going to be made, and no, she missed it. She missed the tag. The throw was in time, and let's see if Christy Bredbender will go to the... was way on time.
Yeah, that was a really great throw from the center fielder here. This ball is shallow, but Scotland David with a lot of speed, she's going to do her best to get around this tag. It's really hard to tell.
Listen, so she's there, the tag is there, but Scotland does such a great job of avoiding the initial tag, gets her hand underneath it, and that there may be simultaneous tag and plate touch of avoiding it. And the Cowgirls have the 1-0 lead. There's a check swing to the pitcher, and Aguilar gets out of the inning, but not before the Cowgirls. Mentioned it several times, that low ball right out of the zone, and that one's hit to Bloodworth, flipped to first, and Wong is out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, Lexi Kilfoyle just continuing to feed the defense as well. Her defense around Barnard here, especially with only a 1-run lead.
That one she got to her, that's hit well into the wall, hit so sharply into the wall that she's going to be held to a single. That's a really good hit, and she will take off, try to steal. They need runners, and underneath the tag. That was a little bit high, and the tag a little late, and that's a good job by Barnard. She got a fantastic jump. It's a Kilfoyle. We talked about not going to wear a lot of emotions on her sleeve, but she throws that one, and that one misses. A single and a walk. Have runners at first and second, and an off speed. Lexi can't hang on to it, and the throw. What a play! Bloodworth makes a throw, but not in time. Through some things here. There's a pitch right. Oh no, the throw not very good, and Wong couldn't hang on to it. Well done by Lexi Kilfoyle to collect it, throw, but she misses, and Wong had to reach for it, and the runner's going to be safe.
Yeah, Lexi Kilfoyle goes up and gets this ground ball. I think she was trying to get it to home as fast as she could so Caroline Wong could get that out at first as well, but just throws it a little too high, and Caroline Wong isn't able to catch that one. So
we are tied here in the top of the sixth. That's going to bring Carrie Everly. Interesting. Mila Seaton Davis bobbles the throw, comes home, and another run scores for Wichita State. Take a look at this one.
Rosie Davis just bobbles this ball. She recovers quickly, but there's just not enough time to get that out at home, especially with Solacek being such a
3-2. There's ball 4. That will bring in another run for Wichita State, and the Shockers trying to shock the Cowgirls with
on the zone, hitting the corners like she normally does, and some pitches are just not going her way.
There's a hit to Talon Edwards. The throw's in time, and the throw to first is not. So they get the runner coming home. They do not get the force at first.
Yep. I'm sure that she doesn't want to have an error, though, since she has so much pride in her defense.
100%. And there is a third strike call, and Lexi Kill
in and out, and it's been very difficult for them.
That one is hit to second. Wong will make the throw. It's a high. It keeps her, pulls her off the bag. Seaton can't keep her foot down, and that will lead to and they will call her out as we anticipated they would.
But they brought her back. So.
Whatever it was, and the ball don't lie, says Karli Godwin as she spins one, and that's another long, long single as that comes off the wall quickly. And
so far with her success that she's had.
There's a flare into the gap, and the Cowgirls have runners at first and second, and all of a sudden the Cowgirls have 5 hits on the board, and Mark has now gotten a couple strikes put up there on her, and the count is even at 2-2. Here it is, 2-2, swing and a miss. That's a big out right there for out number 2.
So
there's one that's hit sharply into the right. That's going to land. It's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. And Rosie Davis has got a triple. And the Cowgirls have tied it up in the top of the 6th. What a hit by Rosie Davis.
What a job by Rosie to step up as a freshman and take this pitch into deep right center and get those RBIs for Oklahoma State.
2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. We are all knotted up at 3 apiece, and Rosie Davis has tied this ball game up. And Lexi McDonald would like to unchange that tie. She slides in there, and Barber looks in and just throws one right off the noggin of Lexi McDonald. Is it a surprise that Barber would throw one that was a close shave?
She's so calm. She's so confident. And as you showed in her batting average so far, she's done well with her opportunities.
A stolen base, and Warsaw tries to draw the throw.
Well, and gonna make her earn it.
As a pitcher, just always think you know what you ought to be looking for, and there's a check swing, and they're going to say she went, and that will be a strikeout for
they have been facing.
And right there, a throw, Bloodworth. And there's out number 1 in the top of 7.
And that's a big additive on the mound. I think last year she was still trying to find a groove with her pitches, and she's really found it this year, and you can tell.
Third strike drop, throw down in the sixth, led to a run. She was the first run scored in, actually the second run scored last inning. And there's a strikeout, and Rosenberry showing some emotion. Kenny G says he likes it. You did get on base. Your on base percentage was 500 plus. It was amazing when certain players come to the plate, what your expectations are, and Katie Lott obviously going to be disappointed. So the Cowgirls down to the last couple of outs, or we're going to extras here, and that one is hit sharply. It's down the right field line. Looks like it's going to just be in play. And what a job right there. Great job by Simpson to be able to come over it. Almost two teams in the last 19 games since Kenny G has been here. 11-8, and there is the third out, and we will go into extra innings. It's all time. Got a ground ball as well, so nothing hit sharply so far by Wichita State. And there's a third strike call, gets her third strikeout of the ball game. That one is hit, and Bloodworth unable to track it down. It'll sail into center field.
Out of the fight, and even after those 3 unearned runs in the top of the 6th, they were able to come right back and tie it up in the bottom of that inning.
Finding ways to win it no matter what is Mila Seaton. I think there might be a little more frustration for letting this one get away if you're Oklahoma State. That one is hit to Poullard. She will camp underneath it. Line shot, and they runner on, but they'll leave that runner on in the top. That one is a good shot, and that's going to be a hit and a single, and another long single, but on the throw, it went back, and she came too far. They missed the cut, and Godwin is in there at second. The Cowgirls have a chance here in the bottom of the 8th. And on the overthrow, wild pitch, the Cowgirls now have a sac fly situation. Difficult to field. And be very sure if you're Godwin. And there's a strikeout as Wong chased it, and that's strike number 3. Man, she crushed that ball. The 1-2, and there's another strikeout. And the Cowgirls issue is Rosie Davis, the second baseman. 2-2-2. Get through the infield, and the Cowgirls get the go-ahead and the game-winning RBI by Rosie Davis. She had 3 of the hits late, and the Cowgirls are going to win it 4-3. Now that's a heck of a win by the Oklahoma State Cowgirls.
Yeah, what a day for Rosie Davis. She had the big hit in the bottom of the 6th to score those 2 runs, and then comes through again to walk it off in the bottom of the 8th inning. She has just had an incredible night.
I think Wichita State walks out of here with a feeling of, hey, we hung in there with a really good team, underhanded. And for the Cowgirls, they just proved to themselves we can win in a lot of ways with a freshman hero with Rosie Davis. What a play right there by her.
Yeah, it's hard to be upset either way for Coach Bredbender. Her team did such a good job competing tonight. They pitched really well and were able to capitalize on some errors. And overall, they did a great job.
There's